The fact that I was muted, it was the fact that Streamlabs, when it must have had to do an update, that's how long it's been since I've streamed, it changed my microphone to being some default thing instead of my actual microphone. But I'll start that again. Music's a tad loud, let me see. Is that better for the music? It should be. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you for letting me know about all the settings, as it has been 2 months since my last stream. And a lot has happened to me in my life and with my work. So this is Game Chops that I have on in the background, so hopefully it'll be alright. Yes, I've had a lot of things happening personally and with work and everything, and I thought it's about time that now that things are going to be changing, that I can actually give you an update of I know what's going to be happening. But welcome in Naruto, welcome in King Phoenix, welcome in KJ, and welcome in Deluxe. Hope you are all doing well. But first and foremost, the reason why I have not been streaming much lately is because work has been absolutely crazy. Most weeks recently I have been working 6 day weeks, random hours all over the place, some doing mornings and afternoons, and so it's just been my 1 day off that I've been having has been reserved for conserving energy, doing housework, my washing, and being able to function as a human being. I've been trying to wake up and do some streams when I have had mornings off, but I just have been too tired to be able to focus on doing a stream. And I thought that I didn't want to do a stream where I was didn't have the usual energy that I would normally have. So I thought it was better no streaming until I could, rather than giving you a half-ditched effort for that, basically. But that is all about to change. Well, that is changing now. As before I was casual, I am now a full-time tour guide at my workplace, which means I'm going to be having set days off, set afternoon shifts, set morning shifts. So my roster's on a 4-week roster. So every Thursday my time I'll be having off, and then other days around that as well. So that's a huge change. It means that I'm going to know when I'm going to have mornings off. I'm going to know when I've got the afternoons off. I'm going to be able to plan a life around working. So that it's been crazy. It was a bit of a shock when the bosses first asked me about it, but I think the reason why I have been working so hard is to try and prove myself that I am able to do this job, in the hopes that this would eventually happen, which it has, which is it's crazy to think about, but I'm so excited the fact that I can now have a work-life balance again. So that is the first big update. I am now going to be a full-time worker, so I'm going to have set days off, which means I'm going to be able to make a weekly, I'm going to stream these days, and these are my days where I'm going to be working in the mornings or things like that. So again, these are all in Australian days because but I do have a few series in the works One of those is going to be Thursday morning my time, which will be Wednesday afternoon, night American time every week. So that's going to be very exciting. And I've got another one which I just need to get the artwork for, which will possibly be like a Monday morning for me or something like that. But I'll work those out later. Alex, hi, welcome in. How are you? The second big update that I've got is the fact that I have bought a house out here in Dubbo. Now, I won't be moving into, like, the house has got to be built and everything first. So that I won't be moving into that until next year. But that also means that in terms of what I can do, I'm going to be having, like, I've got the house that I lived in down in Tasmania, which I'm renting out, so those things got to be set aside for that. I've got the house I'm renting in at the moment that I'm still going to be paying rent weekly, and I'm going to also be paying off another mortgage for a new house, which means any extra finances are going to be going towards that kind of thing, which means in terms of things for the channel, I'm going like money that comes from the channel will be going back into the channel, and that's the only way that that's going to be able to work, because that's extra stuff on the side, and I'm keeping my work money for life basically. So I am a little bit going to be more restricted in like being able to get artwork, and like, because I do like the artwork that I've been getting from JIManji. I think it's really good quality stuff, but obviously I have to on commission. So it's just a matter of being able to use like any donations that come in go into the PayPal, and that goes back into the channel. But thank you for the congratulations. That's it is a huge step, and I'm glad you're doing well, Alex. So I will be continuing the series, like some of the series that I have been doing before I had to take a bit of a hiatus. And I've got a couple more series in the works. So I've got one that the artwork has already been started, which is the collaborative one with, I'm not going to say who it's with, but just yet. But I do have a series I'm very excited for. I'm doing it with someone, and it's not someone that I've done a series with before. So that's really exciting. And that is hoping to be started Thursday or Wednesday night, Thursday morning for me next week. I've got to, this person, I've just got to get in contact with them now that we have the artwork, and we just got to do any fine tuning and setting the streams up and things like that. So that'll be hopefully coming out next week. So keep an eye out for when that happens. Thank you, King Phoenix. I hope so. Because yeah, as I said, between becoming full-time and buying a house, I'm having to really focus on what I've got, what I can do, and what I can afford to use. Because yeah, as I said, got a mortgage in the house in Tasmania, which the rent down there is focusing on most of that. I've got the rent that I'm paying weekly here, and I'm going to be paying the mortgage for this new place. But it's all exciting things. I'm really excited now that I've got an actual 4-week roster that I'll be able to work with. I'm going to be able to plan things. I'm going to be able to go away. I'm going to be able to go see Kay, all these different things with this new roster. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I appreciate everyone so much for their support and everything over the time that I have been busy, basically. But yeah, I will be just what I wanted to do this update, just to give you a notice of what has been happening, what has changed, and basically the direction of the channel is, as long as I've got that set aside for the channel. The PayPal is for the channel, and I'm super excited that I'm going to be able to start not one but 2 new series. One's a collaborative work that has been in the process since March, I think. We started talking about it in March, and yeah, we've had a lot of things happen, and we're finally able to hopefully start it next week, which is, I'm so excited to work with this person. The second new series is something that I only discovered recently. Apparently it's been out for a long time, but I've only recently discovered it, and it's going to be a challenge. It's a game that I absolutely love, and it's going to be a very big challenge. There is also going to be other things that, so obviously I've still got the Ultra Moon Shiny Lock, which I'm going to be continuing. I've got another thing planned potentially with Keegan once Shiny Lock is done. I've got the random Unite streams that I might still be doing. I've got Mario Kart that I'm going to be doing things as well with the. So I do have a lot of things planned, but yeah, it's going to be a process of trying. Now that I'm in a new roster cycle, I can then figure out how I'm going to be on different days. When I'm going to be able to function and stream, what days I'm going to be able to have off, things like that, as it is a bit of a rotation between the different weeks. So week 1 is I've only got Thursdays off. Week 2 and 3 I've got 2 days off, and then week 4 I've got a 4-day weekend. So it is very much changed. Oh, started college, beginning of the year, nothing. Not come back. Oh, that's interesting. You'll have to keep me posted, King Phoenix. That sounds interesting. Well, good luck with it, whichever path you decide to choose. But yeah, now that I've sort of got the basis of the updates out, did anyone have any questions? There's, again, a lot has been happening. I haven't been, it's been over 2 months since my last stream. I have definitely missed the streams and hanging out with all of you and interacting and things like that. So I'm really excited that I get back into it. But yeah, is there any questions? Anyone want to, any chatting, anything like that? About, because I probably have missed quite a lot because I've been that crazy. But I am also hoping to, now that I'm actually going to have certain days off, that I might be able to bring back some animal streams as well, because I always did love doing those, but never actually had the time, because I was always so busy and continuously working, things like that. So now I'm actually going to have availability and time and days where I can set up things for those animal streams again. Cake or pie? Oof. I think I'm leaning more towards cake, but I do like myself a good pie. Also, hi, welcome in, Alan. How are you? But yeah, it's been nuts this last 2 months. As I said, I've been working. Most weeks have been 6-day. Some have even been 7-day weeks. My roster has changed daily sometimes. But it's now going to be a set roster, set days working, set days not working, in a 4-week thing. And yeah, I am so excited that I can actually do this again. And again, I really do appreciate all of your patience and support over those times. Thank you, Deluxe. But yeah, anything else people want to say? Otherwise, I'll do a recap. This was just going to be a very quick update for people so they know what's going on. But otherwise, yeah. Hope you have all been doing well, and I look forward to, in the next bit of time, being able to bring out these other series. I'm still working on Arceus to get to the point where I can potentially do some not max raid dens. That's the wrong games. Mass outbreaks. That's the one. Some shinies with the mass outbreaks kind of thing. Keegan and I were thinking, once I can actually do mass outbreaks, potentially doing shiny hunts with that, because it is random. You're not guaranteed to get set shinies. So there is that we're going to potentially do. I'm just working on it at the moment. Yeah, by the looks of it, doesn't look like anyone's got anything else there. So just a recap, the reason why I've not been streaming for the last couple of months is because I've been just crazy busy with work, and the days off that like the 1 day off a week I've been having. So my room isn't small. I'm in like a little, like this section here is a little nook. My room goes further up this way. It's just literally that, this is a little outskirt of the room I'm in, set up to have a computer here. You mentioned the 2 upcoming series already, but have you thought about... I do know that there are a few games that are coming out in the future that I would like to get, but that is going to come down to whether I have the funds in order to get them. As I said, the only way I can get these games and things for the channel is money from the channel because of other things. So I do have ideas for... There's at least 3 games that I can think of off the top of my head that I would like to bring to the channel. But again, it is literally all down to whether I can afford them. Afford to be able to get them, and when I can do that. Because yeah, the money that I get from my work needs to go into life, and the money that I get from the channel goes into the channel, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you do have any thoughts of games that you think I might enjoy, please feel free to pop it in the Discord, or if it's during a stream, let me know. Because I'll at least have a look at them. But yeah, probably better in the Discord, because that way I can go in and have a look at the chat and see and look at it at that time, rather than if I do it in a stream, then I won't be able to go out and have a look and I might forget about it. But yeah, I do appreciate all of the support, and I do hope you continue to support the channel. As there is lots of so there's 2, yeah, as I said, a series, a collaborative series that I'm hoping to start next week, and then there's another series that I've just got to organize the artwork for. I've still got the shiny lock, and then I've already got stuff for Mario Kart, and I've already got stuff for Arceus for things like that, and so I've got those. Am I hyped for the Scarlet? I am and I'm not. I'm one of those people that doesn't like spoilers, Like, but I think this trailer will, like, I was talking to people before about it, and it was like the thoughts that they had that this could be something big about it. Like, when it comes to spoilers, I don't want to know, like obviously I already know what the starters look like, but I don't want to know what their evolutions are. I don't want to know what the different Pokemon look like as much as I can, because I like to see those when I get into the game. But like, so I will watch the stream or the trailer when it comes out, because I believe, like, I've got work tonight, which is when the trailer is, but I think I finish at 10 o'clock and I believe the trailer's at 11 o'clock tonight. So I think I should be able to watch it. Roller Champions. I have not heard of that. Is that on like a Steam or how? I'm not sure. I've not even heard of that one. World of Final Fantasy Maxima. Again, what is, like, is that on Steam or is it on Switch or? Yeah, that's the other thing. So if you are suggesting a game, also suggest, like, let me know where to find that game. Because yeah, I've got different avenues which I can get them. Obviously, if it's on a Switch, I need to be able to, like, get it onto the Switch. If it's on, like, if it's a PC game, I can go around I've got Steam, which I can get it from Steam, so things like that. So yeah, it's a Ubisoft. So Final Fantasy's on the Switch, and the Roller Champions is, I'm guessing, I'll get it on Steam. Cool. I will have a look at those after I finish up here. So yeah, I was not working, or I was working a lot, like too much, people would be saying, and that I just didn't have the energy to stream, so that's why I haven't streamed in so long. But I'm now going on to full time, excuse me, so I'm going to have a set roster, which means I'm going to have set days off, set morning shifts, set afternoon shifts, so I'm actually going to be able to plan a life and streaming and things like that. I've bought a house, is the second update, so, which is being built at the moment, so I'm not going to be moving into that until next year sometime. So that, as I said, the money, like, I'm going to be paying a mortgage down in Tassie, which I'm renting. I've got the rent that I'm paying at the moment for the house I'm in, and I'll be paying the mortgage for the house I've just bought, which means that the money I get from working goes into life and things like that, and will be restricting what I can do on the channel, because I've got what comes into the channel goes into the PayPal, which then goes back into the what I get from the channel goes back into the channel. I confuse myself. But I will be trying to make a bit of a streaming schedule once I get a bit more of an idea when I will be able to function and actually give you good content. And as I said, I've got 2 new series that are going to be starting, one next week, one hopefully not too much after that. And then I've got other series that I'm, like, new series again, that I'm planning. I've got at least 3 games off the top of my head that I want to stream on the channel. But again, it's if I can afford those games. And then I've also got there's some of the series that I have already been doing as well. So that is the update. That's what's been going on with me. So thank you all for coming in and listening and being a part of this. And again, I really, really appreciate every single bit of support that you guys have given me over this whole journey of the streaming. But in particular, the last few months where I've not been able to stream as often, I've had like a random stream here and there, and not one in the last 2 months. But with all of that said, I believe that is everything. But yeah, big things coming up, and lots of things that I'm super excited for, and plans that I'm really hoping that I'm able to do. Like, some of the things I'm thinking about doing in the future, there's the new Strikers game coming out. That Project Triangle Strategies, the one that I had the demo for that I did before, that's going to be coming out soon. The Digimon Survive, which is kind of like the Conquest that I did early on, but Digimon version, that's coming out later this year. And then obviously the new Pokemon games. So I've got a lot of games that I want to do, but I'm going to have to sort of monitor which ones I want to do more, save money for those in depending on what comes into the channel. But yeah, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see where things are going to go. I'm excited for you guys to be a part of this. Yes, so Digimon Survive is supposed to be, I'm not sure when, I think it was like, actually I'm going to look that up quickly because I think it was coming out shortly. Digimon Survive. Release date is apparently the 29th of July. Uni, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? I don't know if she will ever do that again. She felt so bad afterwards. But how are you doing, Uni? Hope you are well. Relaxing for now, this week off work, and work starts up again next week. But yes, go sub to Uni if you haven't already. Well, we can hopefully. I've steadily been going down. I think, what am I at now? I'm now at 749, so I'm back down to 749 after being at like 770 at one stage. But that's okay. Yes, Uni does absolute amazing art. Check it out in the Discord if you haven't. There's plenty of amazing artwork from Uni there. But yes, it's 20. I don't know if it's meant to come out on Switch, but I don't know when that's meant to be. But it's got the 29th of July over PC, so I may even do it on PC first. Or yeah, I have heard that it was going to get something like that, so I'm not sure. I haven't streamed in that long. I'm not sure how to do it. Share. Yeah, I'm not sure how to raid. Hey, Will Corey, how are you doing? Welcome in. No, add stream, no. Yeah, I know. A few games named Digimon Survive, Hogwarts Legacy, God of War, Ragnarok. I'm glad you are here. New art in the Discord. I will definitely be checking that out. So, yeah, so I'm not sure how to do the raid feature just yet. But I'm sure I'll learn. But we are going to go on a raid very shortly. But thank you all for being here. If you are only just coming in at the end, make sure you do go back to earlier in the stream to hear what the updates... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to do one last recap of the updates coming, and then we're going to go on a raid. So first update was why I have not been streaming much lately, and that is because I have been just overworked, basically. I have a turtle. Lost input. Hope he's doing well, you turtle. Yeah, because I was casual and we were short-staffed, I was working 6 to 7 days a week with varying hours, and my rostering would be changing on the daily sometimes. And so when I did have a day off, I needed to human. So like do my washing, clean the house, and have time to actually rest. But I'm now I've now been made full-time, which means I'm going to have set roster on a 4-week cycle where I'm going to have set days off, where I'm actually going to know when I'm going to be able to stream and function, and like when I'm going to have mornings off, things like that. So I'm going to be able to stream more regularly, and hoping that once I get a few weeks into this, I'm going to know when I'm going to have the mental capacity to stream. The second main update is the fact that I have bought a house here in Dubbo, which is in the process of being built and probably won't be able to be moved into until next year. So it means that the money that I get from work is going to go into life. Because I've got a house that I still own down in Tasmania that I'm renting out to people. I've got the house that I'm living in now that I've got to pay rent on weekly, and I'm also going to be paying a mortgage for the new house that's being built, which means like I'm going to be using the money from me working to go into that, which will leave only the money that comes into the channel from you goes into the PayPal, and that goes into it. So I do have a collaborative series with someone I've not done much with, like I haven't done a series with. That's going to be coming out hopefully next week. I've got another series that I'm excited to bring out when I just get the artwork done. I do have a bunch more games that I would like to bring to the channel when I have the funds to be able to purchase those games, basically from my PayPal and from the channel to go back into the channel. So that is very much how I'm going to have to work around life. I'm going to have a work-life balance, but I need to be able to use the money I get from work to pay for life, and money that I get from the channel to go back into the channel, if all of that makes sense. If you are confused, please let me know. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it clearly. But welcome in, Space Ghost. Hope you're doing well. Susie, how are you? Welcome in. I've not played Three Houses yet. It's one, again, I probably will bring to the channel. I do like Fire Emblem's style of games. But again, it comes down to whether I can afford to get the game in order to then stream the game. And again, just a massive thank you to everyone for your patience and your support over all of these months that I haven't been able to stream, and even like all the way back. Very much so, Alan, yes. Work equals personal expense, YouTube equals YouTube expense, yes. So it only means that I can bring out new things when I can afford to bring out new things, basically. But yeah, I appreciate everything. Like, I've got enough to be able to do these couple of series that I've got in the process now. But I do just have to keep an eye on that, because yeah, I can't be using work to be able to then get games and that, because then I won't be able to pay bills. I've been working my butt off for work and side jobs. Oh, new roof in the fall. Good. It means you won't get as wet. But with all that said, yes, I expect to hear all about those. But with all that said, we are now going to end up the stream, we are going to go on a raid. And we are going to raid a good friend. So we're gonna jump over in just a moment. I just made a frozen Reese's peanut butter pie. Wow. Now we'll just go with the hashtag Smithy Raid. It's been so long since I've done this, so thank you all for being here. And we are going to raid the amazing JIManji, because he is the one that does all the artwork. He's done the artwork for the series that I've got coming out next week, and he's going to do the artwork for the next series. So I just got to send him the commission, the form at least. But yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your understanding. I hope all the updates make sense, and I am so excited to bring out the next series. But until next time, take it easy. I love you all. Bye for now, and I'll see you over at James's stream. Bye.